Okay. Excuse me. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Looks good. Looks good. Ewok Templar. Diablo 4. Where's the button? Almost forgot. Let me show you all this. Come over here. Get in here. Come inside. Kick your feet up. Another day, another relaxing day. It's been a weird couple of days. As it is tradition with Ewok Templar. Sorry. I'm gonna try to control my volume. I have the mic close this time. Want to show you. Now, there might be some people out there going, of course he built a shred werewolf with his druid. And listen, don't let them get you twisted. Don't let them trick you into saying that it was something they saw coming. I said earlier, way earlier, once we first started Diablo 4, I said one of the first level 100s I ran into was a werewolf druid who zipped around the map like crazy. I don't know how, but his movement speed was definitely above 200%. But that was before the update. Now I have a shred werewolf here, but it's not 100% meta. It's a little bit of my own little twist on things. Just because they've added new aspects, so it can operate completely differently now. It's doing some silly things. Now, like the meta version, we have Lust for Carnage and Ancestral Guidance, because, you know, why not? If it works, it works. But I didn't look up the meta builds completely. I just saw that those two showed up most of the time, depending on what direction you were going. But just to keep you all in the know, Heightened Malice, this will buff up a few things, a lot of things actually, once you get to the aspects. And then over here we cleaned up with Inner Beast, because we're shape-shifting. I'm not using an ultimate right now, but it's fine. It's fine, I'm using it more for that spirit cost of reduced. Anyway, I was using an ultimate, but then I discovered the little things that I'm doing over here. And one of the things I want to point out here is I don't even have all the glyphs unlocked, and you're about to see how much damage this crazy thing is doing. Like, I'm only using one glyph. I'm using freaking Headhunter is just sort of shoved over here in the first area. And I found some glyphs, but as you can see, I only have 6 of them. We just got into this. Now, when I was first talking about this build, I was talking about how good and fun rabies were, but now Navisime is too powerful for rabies to work properly unless I hit a very strong elite. Because unfortunately, I mean, it still works, but it just doesn't work right now because we're stuck on expert. The problem is it's too powerful. I go to bite. Maybe if I took away some levels and lowered its damage, because the idea is you bite something and then the poison starts to spread. But the problem with Navisime now is that he activates rabies, and whatever enemy he bites instantly dies. Most of the time. Like, 99% of the time they try to bite something. In fact, more than one enemy dies when he goes to bite them. They just explode. So the rabies doesn't spread, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll show you why this is okay. As you can see, we're going Hurricane. I got the Lightning Bolt for no reason. I mean, it's 3,000 damage. I like it. I say no reason, but actually, you know what? I like it. It's going out there. It's just zapping people for free. You know, we're fortifying. Big fortify whenever we get hit. And all our fortifies are getting increased. And we're fortifying all the time. We're fortifying all the time. With shape-shifting. You may notice we're going Nature's Fury. We'll explain that here in a minute. You may notice also that we have 3 werewolves. Sorry. Stumbling all over my words because I'm excited. We have 3 werewolves, not 2 regular wolves. We have 3. And they're champion werewolves. This is the bread and butter though. Shred, You're about to see. I think I've showed it off before. It's a bit ridiculous. Basics are generating more spirit. I don't really need this. I like it though, because you'll see why. It doesn't matter. If you're curious about the boons, I think this is pretty much on par for most of the meta shred builds. We got wariness in the deer. We got scythe talons and avian wrath in the eagle eggs, which, I mean, basic stuff. Gain 50% critical strike chance and lucky hit chance, and then gain 40% critical strike damage. Easy. Energize over here in the wolf. Strange how if you're doing a wolf shred build, the eagle will help you out more than the wolf. So that's the one we went double on. But lucky hit, dealing damage is up to a 50% chance to restore 100 spirit. We're not really running a lot of lucky hit, I don't think. I think it's like in the 15% area, but we got that. Lucky hit, critical strikes with shapeshifting skills up to 30% of the chance to fortify you for 1% of your maximum line. More fortifying, which fine, works out. But let's talk about these aspects, because what we're doing is we're having fun. We're having some fun here. Deals 68% more poison damage. I used to have this on the amulet, so it was like 94%, but we changed it. So like, and also if you notice, your direct damage is converted into poison damage, well, shapeshifted. So all my shapeshifting spells now do damage. My regular claw, my shred, my rabies is already doing poison damage. That's just a bunch of movement speed. Gain one additional champion. In addition to your champion's skills, deal 27% bonus damage. Simple. Your wolf companions now werewolf companions, and they deal 124% additional damage and can spread rabies. So they're spreading rabies for us. Not going to matter though, because we're going to be killing things too fast. Here we go. Shred deals 102% more damage. Land an additional strike up to 4 times. Shred gains a 4th dash attack, hits all surrounding enemies for 48% of the damage, and knocks out enemies for 2 seconds. They're gonna die anyway. Once we get to that point, once we get to the 4th attack, there's not a lot that's staying alive. This one, an oldie but a goldie, especially for me. I love using this one just to help cooldowns go down. And technically, rabies, hurricane, and the shout we're using. Hold on, where is it? Let's talk about that. Debilitating roar is now a werewolf skill. And that's important to remember, that even though it has the bear symbol down there, it counts as a werewolf skill, and we still transform into a werewolf and not a werebear. It's pretty awesome. Will immobilize poison enemies. Yeah, that comes into play because we're poisoning everything. But this one, hold on, where is it? This one is the real goofy one. This is why we're running Nature's Fury. Werewolf skills function as storm skills, and werebear skills function as earth skills for triggering free skills from the Nature's Fury. So while we're bouncing around like crazy, we're also just summoning free earth skills. There's a 40% chance, and they deal 40% more damage than their actual like regular damage. So they're just exploding. They're just exploding. They're just big earth, like we're talking. Hold on. Now I know it says if you have stuff in your action bar, they're more likely to cast, but I don't know if that includes Earth Spike. I don't think I remember seeing that. That is an Earth skill, but we've definitely seen Stone Burst, Landslides, Earth and Border Walk. I don't know which one's the one that makes the giant ball and explodes. I don't think it's giving us a free ultimate. I don't think it's giving us Petrify. Pretty sure it's not. Boulder. I don't remember ever seeing Boulder, but that's another Earth skill. It might be doing it, I just don't get to see it because we're just bouncing around too fast. We have too good of a time. But yeah, we got all her wolves and a dog. My wolf pack from the Halo days has returned. Noviseme's strength relies on his allies. Let's get into it. Let's show this off. I think we're like a few million, just 10 million away. 10 million away from leveling up. And we're actually gonna do Nightmare Dungeons with Noviseme. I'm gonna see if he can actually do 11 of them. I think he can. He's pretty fast. You're about to see that He's a bit different, similar to the Shred, but more powerful, but at the same time, more of a loose cannon. I think the Shred is more powerful than the Flurry, is what I meant to say. It's more powerful than the Flurry of the Rogue. Like, it does more damage. It's got better range. It can go through walls and doors. But it's harder to control. You just sort of... You have to believe in yourself. Because you're going to be zip-zap zooming around the map. You might have to slow down every now and then. If you notice, we had free lightning bolts coming down. Which Shred? Oh, yeah. Free earth spells are exploding around us for no reason. Well, not no reason, but you know. Because we're constantly casting Shred and other nonsense. And just for fun, hold on, we'll save it though. We'll save. Let's just get this party started. Get to slicing and blasting. These free explosions. They happen so fast. Earth slams, you forget that things are happening, going on. We're not even running a main lightning thing, but it's already doing 3,000 damage on its own, which I think is pretty ridiculous. You just get 3,000 damage every like 3 seconds or 2 seconds, just zip zap zooping random things. I mean, you can really move. One thing though, he doesn't have a dash. He dashes 2 of them with Shred. But if there's no enemy there, you can't just dash whenever you want, so you can't just wimbly bimbly start dashing. There has to be something there he can kill. Hey, you see my werewolf buddies? They're coming with me. They ain't doing much though, because most things are already dead by the time they get there. But when they do hit, I mean, like, that guy just got slapped in the face for 9,000 damage by my werewolf. Let's let them handle it. Watch this. Oh. There's some rabies that spread, melting their bones. Hey guys, what's going on? Oh, they critted. You guys handle that business. You guys, let me go through these guys. Let me just open these doors. Hey guys, what's going on? MLG, Propies Pro, that's cool. Where's the sniper at? You guys want to go to the middle and grab the laser? What's going on? Tickle me Elmo, don'tus? Is that what we want? We want to do? That's been beautiful. Oh, also, additionally, I got my Necromancer up to level 28 already. That's pretty nice. Shit. The Necromancer, just like Diablo 2, so far has been the easiest playthrough. Like, I let my skeletons do the work, and then I shoot them for decompose from the distance. I amped up my close damage and my damage to distant enemies, so they're just taking a crazy amount of damage. I'm only level 28, and I'm already like critting. I'm doing critical hits for like 2,000 damage. It's a bit ridiculous. And if I'm not doing that, like while I'm doing that, and decompose is exploding on them, I'm also doing corpse explosion. I did not know that corpse explosion by default, like, you just need a corpse. I think that's pretty broken, that it doesn't take essence, it doesn't take anything, it's not on a cooldown. As long as there's just corpse pieces on the ground, you can just keep on corpse exploding. And then your Reaper skeletons can just make more corpse pieces even if the creatures are alive. They just slice pieces off of them as they fight. So I'm like, this is a bit broken, man. This is a bit broken. We're not even level 60, and the Necromancer is already feeling a bit broken. We just walk around decomposing everything and tapping corpse explosion every now and then when things slow down, which they rarely do. But when they do, you have a bunch of corpses around blowing up everyone. I know, Bone Boys make it kind of easy. Oh, I don't know if you noticed. Thanks to this lunar season we're going through, we're already at 11 billion now. Like, in the past 2 days. If you remember, 2 days ago before we leveled up last time, we just reached 10 billion. And then in just 2 days, I gained another billion gold. That was pretty crazy. I was getting a lot of Vile Splendors in my random keys that I was just doing. and I wasn't saving them for later. So that was pretty. We just made bank. We just made bank during this lunar season. Not to mention a lot of the lunar shrines we got were a bunch of greed shrines, but also were on world event timers. So they just kept on spawning extra enemies that we exploded into piles of gold. Oh, look at this. Look at this, brother. Oh, it's a so it might not be that good, actually. We have plenty of tessets, but I like to keep only the ones that have at least 20%, 18%, something like that, movement speed. As you can see, it's a bit ridiculous. Once we get to a dungeon that's a little bit thicker in enemies, like either Hive, Surat's Lair, or oh, what's the other one that's like bug-based? I forget. Blind Burrows. Once we get one of those going, that's when it gets real crazy. Just because everything I'm hitting, if it hits something while I'm shredding, it counts as the wolf skill going off. So we get more of those free earth skills just popping out for no reason, just exploding everything.
You saved my life.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what's weird? The other day, I had a dream, and when I woke up, I had this idea, and it was weird because it had absolutely nothing to do with the dream. Absolutely nothing. I don't even remember the dream. I just remember I was dreaming, and it was a deep, weird dream. And I could definitely tell that as soon as I woke up and I had this idea, it had absolutely nothing to do with that dream. No, I could feel it. I could feel it. Even though I couldn't remember the dream, I was like, that's not what it was about. No way. And it was this idea, like, if I ever became president, I would like to pull the biggest prank ever on another country. Which, I mean, it's risky. We'd have to get everyone in our country to agree to it. Like, it'd be the biggest prank ever. The biggest punk. We just kind of want to do it to Poland. For obvious reasons. Alright, I know I'm giving it away now. I know now it's never going to happen, because I'm telling you, but at the same time, the odds were very low. Alright, let's be fair, let's be honest.
Bless you.
Me becoming president and then getting over 300 million Americans to agree to this prank and not spill the beans. It was a long shot. Maybe not a lot. Maybe it had an 80% chance of success if we can get them all to agree to it, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay? I'm not a mathematician. I believe in science, but I wouldn't say that I'm like a,
You saved my life.
you know, an educated man, a learned man, if you will. Here's the idea. We would invade Poland, but do it quietly and stealthily. Then right outside their cities, we would fortify our positions aimed away, as if in a defensive position. And when they show up and go, hey, what the hell's going on? We're like, shh. They could show up. Okay, we're here preemptively. And they're gonna be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You just invaded us illegally. You're like, no, we're here to help. We're here to help. Okay. All right. We don't want to get into it. We can't tell you too much, because we received a letter. Oh, Jessica Martina, how's game going? Game is going fine. I'm a wolf. I'm in the middle of a story right now, though. Hopefully, game is going good for you as well. But importantly, more importantly, you could say that. More importantly, all right, so We're in Poland, right? Me and the armed forces, we're over there. And we're hiding behind the trees, and every few seconds while we're talking to Poland, we jerk our heads around and look in the sky and go, is that them? Is that them? No. False alarm, right? And we just keep doing that. And they're like, what? What? And we have to calm them down. But all right, calm down. Calm down. Listen, we got this letter. We got this letter. Okay? And they said, we can't say who it was from. We can't say who it was from, but they said they're thinking about doing it again. Okay? They're thinking about doing it again. They said, feeling cute. That maybe we'll do it again. I don't know. The game is a dungeon crawler where the main enemy is the primeval. The primevals are basically these giant demons from the hell. These guys, they're Haradrim. That's their race. They're like, oh man, guys, we gotta get together and beat the demons. And then other people are like, alright. And then they do that. That's kind of a watered down version. Right now, I'm just showing off my werewolf while also trying to tell this story. But anyway, the main idea, the main plot, is eventually we tell them, all right, we can't tell you, because in the letter, they said if we told you, then they would definitely 100% do it. But I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'll read the letter to you. Word for word with an accent, and you can deduce who it was from and why we're here and why we're just sort of, hunkering down. We're ready, but we can't say too much because that might trigger them. The letter reads, hello. I can't. Sorry. I can't do it right now. Can't do it right now. I'm too loopy. the letter reads. The letter reads. Guten Tag, America. How you doing? We're thinking we might do it again. I'm getting this accent clearly wrong right now. Feeling good, might invade Poland. Yeah. Good, good. See you there. Maybe not. I don't know. What do you think? What are you wearing? And then... and then we just keep playing it up. We just keep, like, every now and then when we're getting interviewed. I am the States. They didn't tell you? Oddly enough, they let me pick which state I was. Did I ever tell you? They let me choose. Choose amongst the greatest of states. Who would be, let's say, my champion? Oh, nice to meet you too. But you know what made me choose? I don't think I ever told you why I chose Texas to self-identify as. Because Texas had something that the other states didn't have. You know what it was? Luck. That takes me back. One time, one of my friends has a little sister, and one time in high school she asked me why I was friends with Kevin. That's my friend's name, Kevin. And that's the exact same speech I gave her. I was like, they let me choose. Did I ever tell you? Choose amongst the greatest of Spartans. Ah, it was good times. Good times. Yeah. I don't know why, but yeah, I woke up from that dream and I had that idea. I was like, I gotta... If I became president, I'd waste trillions of dollars pulling the biggest prank, just gaslighting an entire country, just coming to their aid, even though nothing is really happening, just hanging out, hiding behind trees, looking in the skies, going, is that them? Is that them? No, it's not. Everyone calm down. Everyone calm down. I don't want to alarm you, Poland, but in the letter they said, let's get it. They have a crazy look in that. They sent us a picture of themselves. And they have a crazy look in the eye. And I'm just translating the physical communication I'm receiving from their eyes. And their eyes are telling me, let's get it on. Okay? Dangerous. Dangerous. Oh, a cafe? What do you do at the cafe? Do you handle the pastries? Do you make scones? Do you have blueberry donuts? Have you ever been to a Turkish prison? Never mind that last one. Let's focus. We got a lot of werewolfing to do today. A whole lot. Some people choose to go down the path that everyone else goes down. I choose the path that has the most werewolves in it. Not because I'm a fighter. A foodie. I always found foodie to be a very weird self-given title. Because it's like, are you saying that you like food more than other people? I think it's a bit awkward. I don't know. It feels like, what's next? I feel like people take labels and go too far. No, right now I'm working on myself. Because it turns out I'm a raving lunatic. So we're in the process of spending money rather than making it. But I feel like a foodie is a dangerous stepping stone, because, you know, everyone likes food, yet I feel the need to self-label and identify as some sort of magical food lover. Like I'm a magical girl in a magical anime, but instead of wizards' magics and magical wands, it's random food from tapas restaurants and whatnot. And I just think, you know, what's next? What's next? Is like, do vapors call themselves vapies? Like, I like to breathe air and be alive. Are they gonna start calling me an oxy? I don't know where's the line? Where's the line of scrimmage? It concerns me. To no end. Have you ever seen plantains bigger than a banana? You probably weren't here for this, but a few days ago I told the story of how my father was convinced
took the last
that he had accidentally bought very large plantains that were labeled as bananas. Because when he opened one, it started to ripen very fast, and it didn't taste the same as a banana. And we didn't have time though, because he threw them away just yesterday as well. Got rid of them. He got bananas that are definitely bananas, so I didn't have time to actually, because they were still ripening. Like, we had these things for like 5 days, and they were still green. Like, they were like leaf green when we got them, and then they were like lime green yesterday. But then he got rid of them, and he got new, just definitely our bananas couldn't be confused with not bananas. So now I'm wondering, I never looked it up. I never went on the internets and typed it in. plantains bigger than bananas that look like bananas that could sometimes be mislabeled as bananas. So now I'm in the dark. Now I'm just left wondering, you know, are there giant plantains out there that I haven't been informed about that look like bananas but are way more massive than regular plantains? Because I could have sworn plantains were very small, especially when compared to bananas. And everything I know from bananas, I learned from Gwen Stefani and eating them. So my information is limited.
Bless you.
I do have to agree with her though that most of the time I too myself feel like I ain't no holler back drum. Even though that is double negative, I get what she was trying to say. It's kind of like Pink Floyd when they say we don't need no education. When they're actually saying the word no, they're actually referencing to the amount of education they need, which is 0. And instead of saying 0, they're sort of using a slang version of no to say we don't need 0 education, but it's like that's still a double negative. It still comes off as weird and clunky.
My savior.
But what he's trying to say, like, to say it properly would be, we do not require any of your education that you're providing. And that just doesn't, you know, when you're writing a song, sometimes that dog don't hunt, you know what I mean? You gotta love these free earth explosions. What spell is that? Does anyone know? Because the green ball shows up and it just detonates. It just blows up. Huge plume of mushroom cloud. We got a goblin. We got a goblin. He was full of monies. He was full of monies, people. Hold on. Let's not forget these. Forget that animus juice again, like last time. Have to backtrack. Check your map every now and then. Make sure you're not leaving a pile of animus juice anywhere. Can I shred down? Yes. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. You can skip. You can skip. You can skip with shred. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't, and I don't plan on it either. Because, and I know I'm in the rarity. I'm in the minority when I say this, but I think the devil is a bit dodgy. This is why I play games like Diablo and Doom, because if I can't stab at the devil, I would like to shoot him. Because I feel like that is a very appropriate response to him and his crazy ways. You know him. He's a bit of a goer as well, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Help! I beg you! Help! Please!
I think Jessica left.
A reward for your bravery.
She never answered my questions about the blueberry donuts, or the scones, or the Turkish prison. I guess that's what it feels like to be ignored. This reminds me of the movie Zoolander, the first one. When it starts playing that sad song after Zoolander realizes that he didn't win the reward and he's walking down the street by himself. It's like that song is playing right before Hansel goes by on his little scooter. Reminds me of that. But you know what? I'm also a werewolf that's just shredding the competition. We are just seriously slamming some salmon right now. We are handing out goofs in big scoops. And it's magical. Hello. He died under mysterious dying conditions. What is this? Rotting light bringer. It appears to be a pulverizing based mace. I never had a based mace before. That sounds like the name of a really awesome house band. When I say house band, I'm not talking about a band that never like moves from a different places. I mean a band that plays house music. Hi, we're based mace, and we're completely and totally based. Yeah, it takes me back. I remember when I was based before the war, before the dark times.
No nodding off.
Stop them!
So yeah, if anyone has information on large plantains, I'm open to hear about it. Oh, you know what? She never answered me about the plantains either. Man, she just wasn't very good at having conversations with people in a confident and open manner. Well, hopefully that cafe job of her helps balance her out. Sometimes you gotta feel bad for people. You feel sympathy for them. You know what I mean? So close and yet so far away. And then you feel the snake bite into your veins. Oh, wait a minute, wait, that's Godsmack. No, never mind. There might be something different. There might be something... That might be an analogy for heroines. My God. We really do make it look like we're from Florida. Like, look at this. This must be what it felt like for the guy who invented bath salts. Like, we are just cooking with steez on a whole nother level. Taking it to the H&L. Get him! Get him! No goblins escape me! I've activated, I meant to talk about this. I've activated my Howl and my Hurricane. My Howl and my Hurricane have activated. My clown is down, and it is sad, and it may or may not have arrived in Chinatown. So this is what it feels like to have the snake bite into your veins. It's scary. It's scary. But also topical. So, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad. Yeah, got my wolf pack with me. This one's Philip, this one's Rick, this one's Devin, and then the tiny one, see that? That one's Kevin. You may notice he's the most powerful one. I like to pretend he's the one calling down the lightning bolts, who's also, and also he's indestructible, so it's like, that makes sense. It makes sense to me. The head cannon's becoming complete. It's all coming together in a big soup bowl I like to call Novisime's life. Ooh, a glyph. Wilds. I wonder if that means we can activate wild, man. I think it's interesting that there's a build for not shape-shifting. There's actually bonuses for just staying human shaped. I think it'd be very interesting to do a storm build. Like the lightning skills, like hurricane and lightning and tornado, zip zap zoops and wind look pretty cool. They look pretty cool to me. Interesting how they changed the earth magic's color though. Like now it's like green and I get it because it's like earth magic and I'm like fair enough. But I remember in Diablo 2 it was like fire damage. It was like earth and fire because it was like molten rock and then just regular rock. But still though, I like the color, not gonna lie. Oh, I see the Heraldic Stronghold, but if you guys remember from last time, turns out that stronghold ain't giving you a lot of XP. The little dudes on the outside will give you some XP. And that's about it. That's about it. They give you no nothing, they give you no nutrients.
Thank you.
Man, I really wish you told me whether or not they had the blueberry donuts. That's like
I think I can
my
manage
favorite.
from here.
What's your favorite donut? Let me know in the comments. Do you have a favorite pastry? If not donuts, maybe a type of Danish. Maybe a specific pop type or toaster strudel. I would like to know. It's important to me. You know, for being a foodie, she did not tell me a lot about food. She just sort of said, I'm a foodie, and then left. And it's like, okay, that's... How'd you arrive in the Diablo section, then? That's kind of weird. I labeled this stream pretty properly. Like, I'm pretty sure Twitch has sections for food, you know? Or you could go get food, you know? It's like... Hopefully she's not starving. That'd have been depressing. That's gotta be a bad combo. Can you imagine? Being a starving child in a third world country and you're a foodie, it's like... Not only do you need more food, you like food more than average people. It's just sad. That's depressing. I'm sorry. This is who I am. Can you imagine having a food review channel but be starving? Be like, hey, today I don't have anything to review. I got air. The air is stagnant. I wish it was food. Food would be delicious right now. 0 out of 10, air is not food. Would not come back to this. That's gotta suck. You get on Yelp and your customers are like starving, dying, can't afford food. And it's just like, oh man, this is affecting our rating right here. All these starving people we can't feed because they can't afford the food. It's giving us this 1-star rating, man. This is gonna affect the investors, okay? It's cool though. We'll walk it off. We'll walk it off. You know what? It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Am I right, guys? It's cool though. I got these wolves, so we're all right. Could be worse. Could be worse. Play the music, YouTube. Stop it. If people were interested in your premium service, they'd buy it. Stop asking people who don't want to buy it to buy it. That's just harassment at this point. Leave me alone. No means no, YouTube. My channel, my choice. Ooh, another glyph. Shapeshifter, that one might be useful. I'll check that out later. Where am I? A grotto full of wonder and mystery? So yeah, so far no other fruit-related mystery stories. But you know what? I'm open to them. Got my fingers crossed. Kind of hoping they'll bring grapples back. My God. Things seem to be dying in this cave, and I don't know why. If only tears could bring you back to me. Open this chest, no reason. We don't need it. Dang, I thought it was only 10 million away. Well, say what you want about how awesome and powerful the werewolf build is. Apparently, we're gonna get lucky if we reach 20 million XP.
Over here!
Maybe I'm just too going to today. I'm just too focused. I'm too focused on the other little things in my life right now. Too focused on Poland. I'm thinking about them right now. I was thinking about that story and I was like, I don't know any Polish names, so I was gonna be like, Polish President Jeff shows up, and then I just tell people, I don't know any Polish names. That's why in the story I named him Jeff. A lot of wolf-on-wolf violence in this game. Wonder what it's trying to say. Oh yeah. You know what though? It's a good time. It's a real good time. It's a real good time. People, the demons are out and about. The bone men are out and about. Look at all these slam jams we're handing out. You know, before I remember talking about how unless there's a way to get the energy back real fast, I'm not sure how the shred wolf was gonna work out. Then it turns out there was multiple ways. They were just on a higher level, closer to level 60. You get a bunch of wolf bonuses that make it to where you get some energy back, or it just costs less energy. Or in both. It's a bit ridiculous, man. It's a bit ridiculous. How about 2 blast wave tries at the same time? Do I get double explosions? Do I get thump thump? Or does it just renew my timer? That kind of sucks if it just renews my timer. I would kind of like to have double thump thump going on. Thanks a lot, Blizzard. Limiting my thumpy explosion abilities. You know, when are we gonna get the mythic uniques that give us some random shrine effects, like the blast wave and the archer pods one? I would really love the archer pod one, especially for the wizard. Walk into a room and say, well, anyway, I just started blasting. Hold on, we'll come back to that guy. I want to get this corner over here first. I should have lied to her. I should have told her I was a marine biologist. Or an importer-exporter. Just to keep the conversation going. Or at least see if she noticed. That's how you can tell if she was too young for you. She doesn't get... If a Seinfeld reference goes straight over her head. Tell her I work for Vandalay Industries. That's how you know she's too young. Gotta get the hell out of there. Sorry. Adjusting an earbud. They get itchy sometimes, man. You gotta get in there. Hello, bound prisoner. Bet you never thought you'd get rescued by 4 werewolves, but here you are. Life makes fools of us all, am I right, guys? You have been locked in a dungeon. First of all, this one confuses me. Like, okay, the goatmen make sense. They have hands, right? But if it was just quill rats, how'd the quill rats tie those guys up? Because there's way more quill rats in here. How did they get the quill rats to not just start shooting the dudes on the sticks?
They don't understand. Way to protect my home.
I have a lot of questions, man. But I don't like questions because questions have answers. It gets complicated. It's a very, hello, my name is human situation.
You saved my life.
Maybe we should turn that idea I had, that joke idea I had, and turn it into a book. We'll call it Operation Market Garden 2. No Poland for old women. You know, about a month ago, I watched through Man in the High Castle. What was up with that intro song? I always go back to thinking about it. And I noticed, like, it's like, she was like whisper. I'm gonna get close to the mic. I'm warning you guys right now. Because she's like whisper singing. And it sounds like she's doing her best to try, like, and sing the whole song without ever closing her mouth. Because she's just like, wash. I'm like, who's this enjoyable for? I had to be doing it on purpose to be creepy. Soft and white, small and bright. I'm like, Jesus. Mary, Joseph, someone call someone. And then if you actually watch the show, a lot of whisper talking happens in the show too. And it really bothers me because, like, especially when I'm watching on Amazon Prime, I'm always over there. I have to adjust my volumes because when they're talking normal, they're too loud. But then they go to the next, literally the next scene, and all of a sudden they're all going. Like, I'm just like, will you speak up, please? Did the boom mics cost extra that day? What is happening? It was like every single episode had a lot of whisper talking in it. Not only was the show like 80% whisper talking, even the intro song was whispering. Elden Wash, Elden Wash. Just all breathy whispers. Super weird. I noticed it and I wondered why no one else talked about it. Maybe it was an ADHD, OCD thing, I don't know. No idea. But I noticed it immediately and I was like, this is kind of weird. No one talked about it either. That just this whisper talking just casually happens the entire time through the entire series. Oh man. Now that I think about it, I should have gone with the Matrix thing with her. I should have been like, what is a cafe? How do you define a cafe? If a cafe is something you see, touch, taste, and smell, a cafe is merely just impulses from your brain. Maybe that would have gotten the conversation rolling. I know a lot of you are hearing this and going, dang, E.T., well, you gotta stop spitting all this game and save some ladies for the rest of us, because all these techniques, they're just too dang good. I mean, I can hear the panties incinerating themselves once I started singing the Elden Wash song to myself. They're really into that, by the way. You want to find a girl? You want to find a girlfriend? You want to find a wife? You gotta lean in every now and then and be like, Elden Wash, Elden Wash, small and bright, clean and white. They're really into that for some reason. Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions. Just do it. Just do it. Call me in the morning. Tell me how it went down. I'm Ewok Temple and I approve this message. Oh man, I never got into the part how I'm a moderate extremist. So many missed opportunities. Yeah, it's kind of weird because the rest of my life I never missed any of my opportunities. That's the first time I missed an opportunity. Wow, world record. First time. No hands. No homo. Glad I got that recording. Now when I tell people I missed an opportunity and they go, I can prove it. I'm like, yeah, there was this one time. I missed one. I missed one. Everyone's got to miss at least one. That was the one I missed. And you know what? Honestly, it wasn't really a miss either, because now I'm having this conversation with myself and I'm hitting new opportunities. So if anything, it was just a opportunity crossroad, really. I never thought about it that way. My potential is coming to fruition right before our very eyes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's beautiful.
You saved my life.
You love to see it. You love to see it. It's magical, it's delicious, it's basically Lucky Charms at this point.
It without you.
I am a sugary breakfast cereal, and I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
You hear it? The howling. Freddy is howling. I no longer know whether that horrific sound in the air or in my head. My mind will not be still since I've come to this place. So many have disappeared, taken down into the earth with something never to be seen again. Is that the fate awaiting me? I am drawn to and have no will.
There's this abandoned journal again. Hey, we leveled up. We're 280. Nice, dude. Didn't notice that. Too busy thinking about Poland. Ah, they got me again. It's the sausages. It's the sausages, let's be honest. That's how they get you. That's how they wheel it. That's how they sink. They suck you in. They suck you in. You're starting off. You're over here in Normalsville. All of a sudden, you're thinking about sausages all the time. Leave me alone, truth.com. I will vape all of the formaldehydes if you don't leave me alone. God, what is their problem?
Smells good.
Why do they want people to vape so much? That's the only thing I can draw conclusions. Because they used to be cool, but now they're annoying. And now you kind of want to vape out of spite. Anyone else feel that way? I feel like spite vaping. Ew. Oh yeah, show me your Logic Strongbox. The amount of overpowers that go off with the werewolf are a bit silly. They happen like all the times. All the times. You're trying to have good times all the times. Big explosion happened instead. What's happening over here? Why are they spawning over? Was there a guy on the ground? What's happening? Why are there infinite dudes just showing up right here? Survive enemy assault. Oh, it's this treasure chest I touched. I didn't even realize there was a treasure chest there. I didn't see it. I didn't see it, man. It's all these free earth spells. You can't even tell what's going on. The wolves are confused. Here, just by example, I'm gonna try to give something rabies. See how he instantly exploded into a green mist? Can't do it anymore. It's too powerful. Too strong. He works out. It's like the Idris Elba of biting. There you go. There's the rabies spread. One time I wiped out half a dungeon just because they were so closely packed together. I did a rabies bite, and then just the entire, like half the facility was just empty. Like I bit one direction, left to go check out all the different hallways, and I came back, and like I just found like 4 empty rooms one after the other that I knew were full of enemies. Rabies! There we go. Ah, the spread. Look at it spread to them. Look at it. Oh no. Ah! There he goes. The poisons are real. Pretty sure I already told you guys this idea. Because of Monster Hunter and Jurassic Park, I invented this new monster. It's just a T-Rex, but it's a special one. It's something I like to call a Wide X, and it's just a T-Rex but slightly wider. You know? Just imagine a T-Rex that like increase its width by like 15%, so it's not even like a lot wider. But I like to imagine it's like T-Rexes already have like a bit of girth to them, so like I imagine this is like the pit bull of T-Rexes, the White X. And now, why it became special, even though it's just a dumb idea, like, hey, have you heard of T-Rex? Now, have you heard of a White X, though? Get your T-Rex girth on? Why it got stupider is because I made a legendary one that has a name called Girthatrex. And that one is 20% wider than a White X, but also 15% taller, so it's a little bit taller and a little bit wider. It's like stretched out. Like, it looks like that one meme of Todd Howard, where it's just his face stretched out. But it's a T-Rex. And that's just one of the dumb things I'll say to myself. You remember I told you guys about buttery wieners? Like, I'll just be singing that song to myself. Like, off camera, I'll be playing, like, Diablo 4, for example, just coming around, just slamming enemies like this, and I'm just like, buttery wieners, gotta butter all these wieners. But then sometimes, I'll be like, you know, Girthatrex. And then I'll stop, and I'll change the quote from Doom 3. I'll stop, like it's a techno song. I might make this song real, actually. I might make this song real, because I'll just do the quote from Doom 3, but I'll change it to Girthatrex. I'll be like, Girthatrex is real. I know. I built his cage. You guys ever do that? You guys? Because I do it all the time. And the weird thing is, I've never buttered a wiener before. I don't know why I say it. The closest I ever got was I toasted some hot dog buns in a pan with some butter. But then I didn't put wieners in them, I put sausages. And I did not do that often. Maybe in my entire life I may have pre-toasted and buttered hot dog buns maybe like 3 times. So, I don't know. All I know is, for a man who doesn't do it, I talk about it a lot. Like, I'll just be saying buttery wieners all the time. Even though there's, like, very little buttered wieners around me. Very little. Almost none. Practically none most of the time. That's my character, I guess. We desire buttered / pre-buttered wieners, but then we never do anything about it.
We got separated. My friends were cut down. I won't last on my own.
Dang, we're near the end.
Is there no end?
You know, we got like 9 of them done. We'll check how much time we got left after this. Stop trying to give me that trident. I want the glyph. Why would you think I want a gold? There's a glyph right next to a golden trident. And why would you think I'd want the golden trident? Come on now. Get it together now. Of all the gibbering and jabbering I could have done. Love the hurricane. Love it. Wish I could be more like it.
Without you,
I wish I could be rocking like a hurricane.
think I can manage from here. Please, take this.
I feel like a grizzly ancient came before me and said that at one point. Hold on, what time we got? Because we got like 2 minutes. Let's do it. Oh, well, we don't need lethal shrines. Let's just... We can run it. We can run it. We can do it. I believe in us. Go for that number 12. Ha, Katsuru. Katsuru. Oh god, this is gonna be the one with that to find the 3 blood orbs, because this one might actually take us 3 minutes instead of 2. Oh no! This is the problem. We don't have the dash. We just have the slim slams, slaps, and slashes. Alright, we might get lucky. Oh god, it is the bloodstones. It's the bloodstones! Everyone panic. We're not gonna make it. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's cool. We're cool, we're cool, we're fine, we're cool. It is in fact cold inside of this abandoned Herodic ice mine thing. I don't know what they were doing down here. Sealing away greater evils. Ah, and we're over. We're over. We still have the XP. We still have the XP. We can do this. We can do this. Ha! We just gotta find our inner Nindo way. That's all we need to do. Gotta get that inner Nindo flow. With reckless abandon. God, I wish I had a dash. I just got this little evade. What little good that does. Anger began to boil inside of the Nobisame.
You there?
No,
Please, help us.
I can't do it. I must complete. I'm already out of XP juice. I'm already out. We missed it. Couldn't get to 12. Well, technically we did do 12, but if you include the Forgotten Wisdom we did at the beginning. But we couldn't get 13. We got like 12 and 2/3. So I want to get this XP count now before we get too watered, muddied. About 6 million, so dang, that means we only did 16 million. And we were tearing it. I might have just been out of focus. Because honestly, I have been gaining more XP thanks to the Lunar Festival season. But that's the lowest out of all of them. And I think it's just because, like, as you can see, Shred is super fast, but like, even though I have 200% movement speed, if you have to backtrack at any point through a dungeon, that's time. That's time. Your kills are your XP. But at this point, it is about, like, every 10 to 20 kills is only about 20,000 XP.
Here. Something for your troubles.
So you have to be killing them in the hundreds to get the big juice. And completing the dungeons. Turns out I was wrong. I remember last time I said it looks like at the end of the Nightmare Dungeon you don't get the XP, but you do. You do. It just, for some reason, sometimes it doesn't say it. But it does, sometimes it actually does say it too. It'll say the 200,000 XP at the bottom, right underneath your dungeon rewards for completing a Nightmare Dungeon. You know what might have been confusing me is when you complete a regular dungeon. That might be the one where you just complete it and you don't get the 200 XP. But And it's still worth doing these, because at the end you get the 200,000 XP for doing these little world events. And if you can get about 500 kills, that's another about 200,000 XP. So that's almost half a mil just for doing one of these, if you can kill fast enough. And honestly, during more complicated ones where they're spawning faster, it's perfectly possible to get somewhere between 300 and 500 additional kills right here. We'll go ahead and clean up. And you know, we still got our level up. I was worried about it too. I was like, let's get closer. Because at first I was going to do 20 million. And you know me, I would have been disappointed if we we did that run and only got 16 million, be 4 million away from leveling up. That'd be like at least 2 more dungeons worth of stuff we'd have to do. But, it wasn't that bad. Honestly, I think we just didn't get the density we needed with the dungeons we had. Did about 12 and 2/3 of this one before we ran out of the XP before the hour was up. But as you can see, very effective. Might be one of the more effective ones at getting more sigil powder because of the way combat is done, the way you slam jam through elites and stuff. Very fun too. Maybe it's not the fastest at getting XP, but extremely fun. The Werewolf boys, I love them, and I think on the harder difficulties they'd be way more useful because that's another target for the enemies to target. They're doling out rabies damage, which hopefully, if we're lucky, the rabies they do gets the levels and the modifiers from your rabies. And if they do, then they're actually very powerful. These are very powerful boys. But honestly, next time, this weekend, when we level up again, I might turn them off. I might turn off my Werewolf boys and replace them with something. Because I'm thinking what I want to do, I've already looked into... I might change it up. I don't know. Maybe we'll go Ravens. Maybe we'll go more Storm skills. I want to see, because the Druid turned out to be really fun, and I'm actually interested, just like the Wizard, I'm interested in all aspects of this one. This one, actually, I kind of want to see, I kind of want to taste the Lightning build, the Earth build, and even the Werebear build. But I don't know if I'm at the point now where I want to make a bunch of different Druids to have a full set ready to go when I feel like playing it. But they are definitely number one of guys of now I'm interested in maybe making another one that specifies a certain build. But you know what? Just for a little bit, I want to show you my Necromancer. Let's go check her out. She has been leveling up very quickly. Saccharine. Spelt exactly like the Violent Vera song. Does not look like Violent Vera at all, though. As you can see, at first she had a kind of a Queen in Yellow vibe, then I thought the yellow was too much. I could have that outfit separate, then I decided she's like, I'm gonna do something different. A lot of necromancers have a very dark and gory look. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give her a little bit of color. So she's got the coral. She's got the coral. It's like gold and a light pink, light salmon color. And I like it. I like it. Gave her the golden tattoo, so she definitely still has a Queen in Yellow vibe. Just dip into the Forsaken Quarry. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. Literally describes the Necromancer. I dumped a lot. Decompose explosion. Decompose explosion. Decompose explosion. Damage to distance. Damage to distance. Damage to close. Damage to close. Excuse me, sorry. A little bit of phlegm. I'm okay. I'm alright. That was just phlegm. I'm not getting sick. I know it sounded like it. But, ooh. Raise some boys up. There's our boys. I'm using the Reapers because when they slash, they have a chance to lump off a piece of corpse like this that you can use. And I'm using the Cold Mages right now, even though later on I'll probably switch them back to Shadow. Because I'm definitely doing a Shadow build. Look at that! Look at that. That is just my Decompose combined with them. My Decompose, like, this is ridiculous. Also, I noticed, oddly enough, I didn't notice this until I was playing. The Necromancer is left-handed. And I'm starting to think, I'm wondering, I was like, are the sorcerers also left-handed? Because they have like they hold the weapon there, and I can't remember if the sorcerers, I think the sorcerers are not. I think the sorcerers actually have it the other way around, where the weapon's in the right hand and the focus is in the left. But, very interesting detail. I was like, wait a minute, what? I got the Butcher's Cleaver, and that's pretty awesome, because we've got attack speed and movement speed with that. They have a very surprisingly wide range of weapons they can use, even though they're like a spellcaster. I'm not even using Corpse Explosion yet, because we don't really need to, because I just upgraded. Like, here's Corpse Explosion. You just get it for free. No essence cost. If there's a dead body piece on the ground like that, just detonate it, because you feel like it. I think that's a bit OP. I think it's a bit broken. I think later on, if you can put some more stacks into Corpse Explosion's levels, or even use an aspect that amplifies Corpse Explosion, dangerous. And as soon as I saw that you can have Decompose's explosion radius increase, I went with that. And this is just my basic, and I'm only level 28, and I'm annihilating. I am devastating them. I only have chipped gems in my items, even though I think I can upgrade them now. But I'm just walking through them. Not to mention this aspect, the one where we have the Seal of Cori Calcos around us, like we're playing a Shadow game all the time. It's pretty broken. This one is right here. A dark aura surrounds you, inflicting Decrepify and Iron Maiden on enemies who touch it. Curses inflicted this way spread to surrounding targets every 2.5 seconds and last 4 seconds outside of the aura. And then there's different abilities that say you do more damage to cursed enemies, and the curses spread. So basically, this is like their version of rabies, except you're just spreading it all the time if they get close to you. And then you do more damage to them with your shadow damage. Like, look at this. They don't stand a chance, man. You want an easy playthrough? You want to think less, shoot more playthrough? It's the Necromancer again, just like D2. Cool thing is they have the similar combos to like the Druid, to where certain aspects and certain upgrades will make it to where certain spells count and move differently. There's a bunch of them I saw, which make me super interested in doing this. There's a bunch I saw that turn a lot of the bone abilities that change it from physical damage to shadow damage. So like, I'm doing shadow damage right now with my shadow abilities, but there are certain aspects that change it to where your bone abilities do shadow damage. So there's like a shadow bone build, which I thought was weird but cool. And I was like, I kind of want to go back and check that out. Necromancer. I don't know if I'll need to make another one, just because I feel like this is an easier one to where you just keep the items in your treasure box, and if you want to play a different build, you just move stuff around. Because so far from what I've seen, they're powerful. Powerful. Game's on easy mode. Walk around, blow up the dead bodies, blow them up while you're blowing up dead bodies. crazy. It's highfalutin science right here. We can go ahead and clean this up. I think we've earned a break with the amount of grinding we've got done. We got to 280. We're 4 points from that one area that for some reason everyone likes to warn us about. And it's like, will you guys calm down? I'm the one going for the world record, not you. It's not like... Honestly, at level 284, it's probably still going to be like a 5-hour grind plus another 5-hour grind. It's probably still well within my wheelhouse of doable. Like, let me know once we get to like 8-hour grind plus 8-hour grind. Which honestly, since each level is only increasing by like 15-20 minutes, I don't think it's going to get that bad. I think we'll be level 300 before that happens.
Over here, help!
It's lovely. Shut up. Explode. Shut up. I haven't even dropped curses on them yet. I got Decrepify right there. No, sorry, Iron Maiden. That's what I got. Iron Maiden. That's the one that does the damage. I think Decrepify just debuffs them a lot. Slows them down, removes some of their damage abilities, I believe. But, like I said, there's still abilities. Technically, I'm doing both as soon as they get close to me. I mean, literally, I'm doing both. With this Seal of Quarry Calcos floating around me. But look at that. Level 28, we're just walking into dungeons, knocking them out, getting XP. We're already about to level up again. We don't even have a lot of time in this. I'll show you. We got 5 hours. In 5 hours, we went from level 0 to about to be level 30. That's all the time I put into this necromancer. We've torn. You just tear them open. You tear them open like nobody's business. A lot of options. I see a thing for skeletal priests. I don't know what that's about. I'm curious of what they are. You have to go do a mission to unlock my golems. Maybe we'll do that next time. I'd save that for you guys. After we do another werewolf run this weekend. But you know what? I think I'm gonna leave this one here for now. We gotta go do some more Decima runs and other nonsense that I'm into. Anywho, boyos, I'll say goodbye to you. Thank you all. Ewok Templar. Thank you all who came out today. Go find out more about Jessica's cafe. Maybe pay her a visit. See what that deal is. But I'm going to stay here. I'm going to mind my business. Thank you all. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that like button. Keep on posting. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all take it easy. Those are my fingers, by the way. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm not just holding up 2 pieces of jerky that I left out in the sun to bleach.